Have you heard the amazing news that Hrithik Roshan is going to direct Krrish 4 himself? Apparently, 3 movies of nonsense weren't enough. So they are making the fourth one with the budget of 700 crore rupees. Does anyone actually want this? Or they are just making it because they ran out of original ideas and they hope we will pay to watch Hrithik fly around in that silly black mask again. Never mind. Welcome back to Scene Samjo, where we talk about the movies that Bollywood keep forcing on us, whether we want them or not. Today, we are looking at the news about Krish 4 and asking the big question, why? So, let's take a walk down memory lane and remember just how stupid this franchise has been from the very start. Let's start with Koi Mil Gaya, the movie that somehow convinced everyone it was good just because it was a copy of E.T. with added stupidity. Remember how Ritik played Rohit, a grown man who acted like a 5 years old and made weird faces that were supposed to show he had special needs. The alien in the movie looked like a blue version of Yoda that someone left in the sun for too long, with those giant eyes and that weird mouth. And let's not forget the magical power of saying, Aham, that summoned the alien spaceship. Because apparently, advanced alien technology respond to some random characters. Remember that basketball scene where Rohit suddenly become amazing at sport after the alien gives him power? It wasn't enough to just make him smart. No, he had to become a basketball star too, jumping around the court like he was auditioning from some Space Jam. The worst part was how they handled Jadu's power. 1 minute they follow some kind of rule, the next minute they just do whatever the story needs. Jadu can heal plants, make people smart, give them super strength, but can't heal himself. Make it make sense. Then come Krish, where Krishna somehow has a superpower because his dad got them from an alien, which is definitely not how genetics work. He lives in the mountains wearing what looks like leftover costumes from 90s TV show, jumping around, catching fishes with the bare hand like some kind of mountain Tarzan. The mask he wears doesn't even cover his face properly, just the top half, but somehow nobody can figure out who is he. Even Superman put on glasses, and that was more convincing than Krish's poor excuse for a disguise that leaves his jawline and mouth completely visible. Let's talk about the action scenes, where Krish runs faster than horses, but still need to do that weird flips and spins for no reasons. He could just run straight to save people, but no. He has to add 5 backflips and twist like he's competing in Olympics while people are in danger. The romance between Krishna and Priya was so boring that I still can't remember a single conversation they had that wasn't about his secret. She is journalist who somehow never notices that her boyfriend disappear every time Krish show up, proving she might be the worst reporter ever. And then we got Krish 3, which took all the stupid from first 2 movies that added even more nonsense. They named it Krish 3, even though it wasn't actually the third movie in the series, showing that basic counting is too hard for the filmmakers. The villain Carl was basically a cheap knockoff of Magneto who could move metal things with his mind while sitting on a weird chair. He created mutants called Manvers, which looks like the rejected X-Men characters with the worst CGI faces you have ever seen. Remember that terrible chameleon woman who could copy anyone's appearance but still wore the most ridiculous leather outfit. She fell in love with the Krish after fighting him twice, because that's how love works in the brilliant story. The science in Krish 3 made absolute no sense. Rohit created an antidote by mixing his blood with Krish blood, which is not how medicine works at all. Even kids watching cartoon would know that creating vaccines doesn't involve randomly mixing family members' blood. And now they want to make Krish 4 with time travels, which is just asking for more plot holes and logical problems. Hrithik will play 3 roles, including the villain, probably talking to himself in a scene that will be totally natural and not awkward at all. The 700 crore budget will surely be spent wisely on things like making sure Hrithik muscles shine properly under the superhero costume. Why spend money on the good script when you can just have the most scenes of Krish doing unnecessary flips in slow motion? The timetable plot means Krish will probably meet his younger self and his father in different timelines. creating a family reunion that nobody asked for. I can't wait to see three different Rithik's on screen, all making the same intense faces with different hairstyle. They are bringing back old characters like Priyanka Chopra's Priya, who might have forgotten she was even in this movie. Rekha will return as Sonia Mehra to look concerned in the background and give worried look whenever something happens. The villain in Krish movie are always so creative. First an alien, then a rich businessman who wants to take the alien's power, then a mutant who can move metal. What's next? Maybe a giant cloud, like in that Fantastic Four movie everybody hated. Apparently, the advanced visual effect will rival Bollywood movies, which means they will look outdated by only 5 years instead of 10. Indian VFX company will work day and night to make Hrithik flying look slightly less fake than they did in 2013. So, if you're excited about seeing Hrithik say, space has changed, time has changed, but my love for you hasn't changed, to someone while wearing black mask and coat, then this movie is for you. For everyone else with working brains, maybe wait for the memes that will definitely come after the release.